How y'all feeling, man?
Excited.
Are you excited? Look at your fucking face, dude.
Geek.
I am geeked. I'm happy to be back, man.
It's a dope.
Took a little hiatus. Was able to listen to my own music for a little bit. Shout out to Spitter.
Yeah, it was therapeutic for sure.
Yeah.
You was out of town, was you? Little trippy trip.
For a little bit.
Some. No, it was definitely nice to be able to listen to my own music for sure.
At my own pace.
Get back in the zone.
I think that's what was
You
the
ain't
most
hear me
important.
talking, or what is this? Like,
We're not going to do this today. Not today. Not today.
Oh, we starting off strong.
I said
with the
3
interruptions.
words. I'm already cut off. Look, we ain't got to the
Nobody
debate yet.
want to hear what you got to say.
I'm the host.
And
Nah, it's definitely nice to be back. Go ahead, Britt.
I said what I said already. I just it's nice to, just be able to listen to music on my own pace, at my own pace. And if I didn't feel like listening to something, then I didn't have to. So yeah, it was cool. It was cool for sure.
I mean, we still listen to some stuff to drop.
Yeah, definitely.
It's more so the time frame, like not having to listen to an album within 2 days. Like you have a full understanding. You have the whole week or so to listen to it at
4
your own
albums
pace.
come out every Friday.
Yeah. So we missed a couple drops, man.
Yeah, we missed some big ones.
They decided to start dropping once we took sabbatical. So
the Friday after, it was like 4 good ones, I feel like.
DaBaby and
Yeah.
Young and May.
Wale. No, Wale was this past, but yeah.
Yeah.
It was something else too.
American dropped too. Shout out to her.
Yeah.
She had a good project. I listened to it. You listened to it a couple times?
no, I did not.
Didn't get to it?
Didn't get to it.
Yeah.
Summer Walker dropped.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did.
What was that about?
Nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
He doesn't care about her anymore because she don't shower. That's why.
No, I mean...
Y'all did the same exact laugh like that.
Because it's... No, that's... I think it's troll, bro.
What? I mean, she said she showers, bro.
Yeah, she showers, bro.
I mean, it's all cap, but the jokes
But
are
it's
funny.
weird. Like,
Why is it weird?
Because you, like... On one end of the spectrum, you say you don't want the fame, you don't want to be this, that, and the third, but then you do all this trolly stuff that's going to get you all the attention you say you really don't care for. No?
No, I see what you're saying. I definitely see what you're saying.
I was under the impression that not that she didn't want attention or fame, because I feel like if you didn't want the attention or fame, like, you wouldn't care about your album streams or none of that. Like, she was super excited when she found out, I don't want to mess it up, but she with this album, with this project, she made some type of
Well, wait.
like,
It sounds like you got a deep dive. So let's just wait. Let's get this pod started.
all right.
Was she about to get it? All right.
Yeah, she was about to get to it. And we got a brand spanking new intro song, too.
Hey.
Hey.
Geeked. Am I the only one excited to be here?
Bro, like I said, look
we're
at your fucking
excited.
face, dude. You were
I haven't
fucking
stopped smiling
elated.
yet.
No, yeah, I was about to say, bro. Something wrong with your face? Like,
Nah, screw your family, because that's not what this is. Like,
We know Michael Jackson could definitely came hard on that.
Wale raps better than Nipsey. Are we questioning that? Standout tracks, there are none. I mean, we can give him a couple flowers, but I don't see what he's doing. Like, tell me,
Give him a couple flowers.
tell me
couple
what he's doing.
dandelions
Like,
out in the
I
field.
really.
if you wrong, you wrong. I don't care if you black.
Hey, Brytnie,
Or a
we
black
stand with
woman.
the black girl.
Well, I stand
I
with
do
the black
too,
person.
100%. But if you're wrong, sis. Love you.
It's crazy, guys. We're here, season 2. Feels good, right?
Feels great.
It feels great, right? You're excited.
Very.
You're elated, actually.
Actually.
Right, okay. I'm happy to be here as well. Britt, you happy to be here?
Absolutely.
You don't sound like it.
I'm very excited.
All right, there we go. All right. Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to season 2 of $3-4 Podcast. I wish we had a round of applause or something that we could hit right now, but we just going to have to imagine it. But season 2 of $3-4 Podcast, we coming in with blue faces. For those of you that have seen the new logo, got a little bit of a color change, Nipsey blue. So that's how we come in this season. So let me get my intros off. To my right, Raval Lavar. How you doing, man?
I'm humble,
All
man.
right. Respect the Shooter. We still going with that tag?
Hell
Or we
yeah.
starting a new one?
Hell yeah.
All right. Respect the Shooter. To my left, blogger extraordinaire, Brytnie Devon. How are you?
I'm good.
Are you sure?
I'm really good. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I feel some hot takes coming from you. This is just
Really?
This is just episode 1. So
Really? Well, we'll see.
okay. All right. And of course, the master of ceremonies. I am your host, Gobe. I am elated to be here, even though my face does not show it. But let's go to get into it. Episode 201, first episode of season 2. Episode agenda. We do have some albums to catch up on during our hiatus, like we referenced in the intro. Wale had dropped, Summer had dropped, DaBaby had dropped, a couple other albums, but I think those are the 3 that we're going to get into, correct? Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to recap those since we missed those. And then, of course, Guapdad dropped. And then some people's Lord and Savior, Kanye West, dropped as well. So we will be talking about Jesus is King. So with season 2 comes a couple, changes, things that we want to try new. One of the things is every week we're going to do something called Bar of the Week. Basically, we going to, find some lyrics, bars, whatever the case may be, that we, really thought were dope. We're going to say them at the beginning of the pod, and we're going to just get right into it. So most of the time I won't tell you who it is, at least until the end. But since it's the first one, I'll kind of, tell you. This one's from Wale. It's from the song Sue Me, which is the intro on his album, which we'll get into later. But he said, niggas really on clout, they ain't checking for stats. Who a decade or better, giving niggas decadent rap. Respect is in order. Hate me, better do it loud. Root for everybody black. Haters say that's crazy. Wow. Sue Me, Wale sponsored those bars. Behind the Bars.
One of my favorite songs on that album.
Yeah.
Great song. Let's get into it. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's lit.
All right. DaBaby. KIRK.
It
You want to
was-
go ahead and start us off, Backpack Guy?
It was a good album.
That's all you got?
It took a while for it to click. I'm kind of glad I had a hiatus because I think I would have misshot it. If we did it in season 1 because initially my first review was fire. It was hot. And then after a while, it kind of died down. It wasn't that good. And then I went back to it a third time and found out it had a lot of bops on it. Not as many as Baby on Baby though. Mm-hmm. And I think we got to realize that Baby on Baby was an album too. That wasn't a mixtape. So he dropped 2 albums in 1 year. So I think I would prefer Baby on Baby, but this one still has some dope songs that got some rideability to it. Quick hit. That's all I feel. It didn't really move me that much. I did like the intro though. That was deep.
Yeah. I agree. I think that, when you hear most people talk about it, they said it was a dope album. They loved it. It took me a few spins to even like it, I guess, just because when I listened to Baby on Baby, it was heat automatically to me. I still think that whole album is hard, top to bottom. This one was a little bit different. Everything just didn't, it just didn't stick the same as the previous album. I think Gospel is probably the best song on there, cohesively anyway. That song in particular, he talked about his dad dying the same day Nipsey did and all that. So that was a little deep. And then Vibes was a good song. iPhone was a bop, I think. It's another one. I think Bop was a bop. But yeah, it was cool. It's not something that I'm gonna keep going back to. I did like I said, Baby on Baby the best. But it was cool.
It wasn't bad. It didn't blow me away. It wasn't bad. I don't think he needed to drop this album. I'm not really seeing what he's doing different on this album outside of the intro. He did get deep on there. I feel that. I mean, it's DaBaby. I don't know how else to explain it. It's what I expected.
Some people say that it sounded the same. He not making different music.
I won't go that far because I mean he only has a couple projects out, so it's not like he's had a 10-year career doing the same, shit. So and it works. So I'm not gonna blame him. I really liked Vibes. I liked iPhone was good. I like that. Off the Rip is probably my favorite track. But I mean, other than that, I don't really go back to this album. If I go back to anything from DaBaby, it's Baby on Baby. Honestly, I mean that's damn near classic almost.
But Bop is dope.
Yeah,
that's cool. One of the best ones on there.
I can't remember that one, but
when you hear it, you be like, yeah,
oh yeah. But I am interested to see what he does next. Like I'm trying to see what the career trajectory is because I do think he's a really good rapper. I just don't want him to, fall into that lane where he is, rapping with the same cadence every time. But
I don't know. He might have a patented flow, but he might not need to change. I don't know.
He might, but I mean, if you think about it, though, even on features, I mean, it sounds the same. Sounds the same.
Yeah.
So
I don't know,
and that could be that could be a testament to what people have been saying as far as him doing the same thing. Is he only has 2 albums and I think a mixtape or 2, but that all sounds the same, and he sounds the same on all of his features as well, or everything that he's featured on.
Maybe that's because that's how he raps. I don't know. I don't know if I
mean, you can rap with different flow.
I mean, yeah.
I'm not knocking him, though. I want to reiterate, I'm not knocking that because he has a dope-ass flow. So, I mean, use that shit. But I'm just trying to figure out, is he just a rapper or is he an artist? Because if you're an artist, there is an evolution that needs to happen, but it's early, so...
Yeah, it's really early as far as his mainstream success.
Yeah. I think it's too early for people to be saying, he's using the same flow over and over. Every song sounds the same. I mean, come on, man.
Right.
When you're hot, you do what's working. Now, once he starts to cool off, then when we can talk. But, I mean, one of the hottest artists in the game right now, so I don't blame him.
That is a good question. Why drop that album?
it
Yeah,
was a dedication to his dad.
Okay.
I just feel like, because his dad, like I said, his dad passed away. Mm-hmm. The album is named KIRK. That's his father's last name, his last name. So, I mean, it's a tribute to his father. Why he felt like he needed to do that or why this was the project for that, I don't know. But, yeah.
Interesting.
Yep. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure you've checked it out by now. KIRK, DaBaby. It sounds like we all think it's a good project. Stretch to say that, or we all agree with that?
Yeah, it was good. Okay. It wasn't bad. It was good.
All right. So let's go ahead and move on. We said summer next.
Yeah.
Summer next. I'm gonna go ahead and let Brytnie take this one. As from our intro, she was about to go somewhere. We're gonna let her take off. Summer, Over It. Go.
I don't know. I had to sit with this album for a while, and I had to listen to it several times because if you remember from last season, I said that one of her best projects to me was the EP that's 4 tracks that was before this. Can't think of the name of it right now. But I literally played that probably every day, every morning, the 4 tracks. It's kind of like on the loop. So this album was a little bit different. Obviously, it was longer. But I don't know.
Clear is what you're talking about.
Yes, Clear. Clear was hard, and it was only 4 tracks. This came out longer in terms of tracks, but the songs were still probably like 2 minutes. But it took me a while to, it's a project that's not bad, but it's not one single song that I absolutely love off this project, which I don't know what that means, because like I said, I listened to it several times and I still haven't found the track that I absolutely love. But I mean, all in all, it's cool. I think Playing Games The extended version with Bryson Tiller was a surprise. Didn't expect him to be on that at all. Come Through, Usher was on. Didn't expect that at all, so that was pretty dope. Party Next Door had an appearance. So did Janae. It was a all in all, like I said, cool album. One of my favorite tracks, or one of the best tracks, would be Just Might, maybe. I'll Kill You was good. But what I was going to say earlier is that this album is the biggest debut album from a female R&B artist in the last 10 years, which I think is interesting.
From a what?
It's the biggest debut album from a female R&B artist in the last 10 years.
And what are those metrics?
What do you mean?
What was it? Sales? Streams?
Biggest streaming week for an R&B artist.
Wow. Better than
Female
Anti
R&B
and
artist.
Lemonade.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Yeah. So I thought that was interesting because I never would have thought, no slight to her, but I just never would have thought that she would surpass some of those dope albums, like you said, Anti, Lemonade, and all that.
Well, I think the numbers are skewed with Lemonade because it only came out on Tidal.
That's true. Fair
But
point.
Anti?
I mean, Anti, yeah.
Well,
There's
no,
argument.
Anti only came out on Spotify when it first came out. That's when they were trying to do
Yeah, I think that.
exclusives.
Yeah, those albums were
No,
like
it only
in that,
came out on Tidal.
Yeah, but that time in music, there was like that's when people were doing the exclusive deals.
Yeah, the
and
exclusive
stuff.
joint. So, yeah.
But yeah, that's dope, man. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And y'all worried about her showering. Come on, man.
So, also the whole album was or is executive produced by London on the track, which is interesting. Apparently that's her boyfriend, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, so it's pretty dope.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing was memorable. So,
From the album?
nothing.
What?
I mean, like I said, I mean
She said
yeah.
the same thing.
I did.
So, when I said it is blasphemous.
I thought it was a good album.
I
many tracks it was?
I didn't say it was bad. I just said there was nothing
Just nothing
memorable.
stood out,
Nothing
to be
was like,
honest.
man, I need to go back and run that joint.
I guess I kind of see what you're saying. I mean, I thought the Party Next Door track was hard as fuck.
Wow.
What?
It's Party.
Yeah, it's your guy.
Hey man, man.
You've been looking for him for decades.
Yeah,
at this
We all
point.
have, man.
The AVP was out, and we finally found him. We got him back home to his family, and good to hear. But I like that song. I liked what was the song? Drunk Dialing is cool. I like that song. That's a late night joint. Come Through with Usher, yeah. I thought it was a good album. It was definitely a little bit more mainstream than she usually goes. London on the track, produced the whole album, damn near. I did like how I'll Kill You turned out to be way different than all the chicks on Twitter were saying.
Than
They
what
thought
they
it was going to be
expected,
the
yeah.
fuck them niggas joint. Nah, it's I'll die for you. Yeah.
You thoroughly enjoyed that, huh?
What, the album or that song? The flip?
The flip.
Oh, I loved it, man. That was good. That was good. But yeah, it was a good album. It was a good album. It's not like her past ones though. I feel like her past albums are like a little bit more cryptic and like just I don't know. This one just felt like a little bit more mainstream. But yeah, that was a good album.
It's all right.
I really want to ask out of 10, like what y'all rating
we
it.
on this,
Because I'm
man?
trying to gauge what y'all on right now. Cause
I mean, it was.
I get okay. So
I literally don't
because
remember.
it doesn't even sound like you liked it.
I don't remember one tune. I don't remember one beat, one word. I remember nothing from this joint.
no, like
Maybe it's because all the songs were 2 minutes. I don't know. It's just nothing was memorable from this joint. It's not going to be something I'm coming back to. It's not making the top 20.
like I said, you listen to Clear, is way more soul. It's way more emotion. It's for, like I said, I keep saying it's 4 tracks, but it feels like a full project. This
Right.
was 17, and it still feels like incomplete. Like the first listen, I didn't get anything from it. I was like, did I even, like, what? And I had to spin it again, and I had to spin it again, and I had to spin it again because it didn't do anything for me initially. And I had to figure out, okay, what is it? Like, I just didn't get it.
Question. Is this a tape or is this an album?
It's her debut album.
Okay. Well then, I mean, I don't know. It's just...
It might be London on the Track. Because I mean, he is a mainstream producer, and I'm guessing some of these features came together because of him too. So it could be that, and that might be why the music sounds a little bit, a little less soul, a little more snare. So
I don't know.
it's all right. Yeah, I didn't think it was bad though. So
It wasn't bad. No, it wasn't bad.
there's definitely a couple songs that'll make the rotation, but it ain't. You're right. There's a lot of filler on here now that I'm looking at this. Off of You. What is that song? You remember that? Annie Mae. What is that?
Any what?
I don't even think I got to the back of this album now that I'm looking at it. Oh, no, the Janae's on here. Okay. All right, we done here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up with the album cover?
Shoot, I don't remember the album cover. What it look like?
It's summer.
I don't know.
What
Before
you
this
mean?
album, I thought Summer was a completely different person.
You didn't know she was a stripper previously?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, when you said that, I was like, how didn't you know that?
I didn't know that.
That's
She said that in the song?
I don't think
believe
so, but
no.
it's known.
Oh, I didn't know that. Anyway. And the last album on the recap list, Wale for Lauren, dropped Wow That's Crazy. I do want to talk about the album cover real quick, because most of you might recognize the album cover. The picture of him is from Ambition. That album cover, if you remember that album way back, at least when I was in college, he dropped that. And I thought it was interesting because it looks like he's actually shredding. Like, it's almost like he's shredding his past because, like, the way it's going, like, the picture of him is kind of getting shredded at the bottom when it's coming down through the frame. The frame. And I don't know what these hands are that are holding the frame. I thought that was interesting as well. I thought those were like some African, like, hands with the jewelry and stuff like that, which I thought was interesting as well. But just wanted to touch on that for a second. I thought that was interesting. First thing I noticed, as soon as I looked at the track list, Kelly Price is on there twice. So I didn't know what to think when I saw that.
Nothing.
Why?
I didn't know what to think. I listened to the album. Those are the two hardest songs on the album. Both of them with Kelly Price. Sue Me and Set You Free.
Those are the best albums?
Those are the best songs? Those are two best songs on the album. After that, Love and Loyalty. Good song, but not, it didn't really move me as much. Cliche. I expected more from Boogie on Cliche. I will say. I expected more from Boogie. I'm a Boogie fan. I like Boogie a lot. I expected a little bit more there.
Wow.
I really did.
What about Ari?
She did her thing. I expected more from Boogie, man. I don't know what.
That verse was hard.
It was good. I expect more from Boogie. I hold him to a very high regard.
As you should.
Right.
He displayed that he's one of the best lyricists or best artists in the game.
Period. He is.
On that verse.
I don't know. I didn't think so. Expectations with Black. Good somber song. Why does it feel like everybody that features that has Black as a feature steps into his bag? Have y'all noticed that?
Why not?
But why wouldn't you have Black step into your world? He's featured on your track.
Maybe.
I mean, they probably played to what they know he will body, what he's good at.
I don't know. I just want to. I don't know if I like that. If I'm the artist and I'm catering towards you and I'm inviting you into my song.
But if you got a song, you got a track, and you like, man, I think Black would be crazy on this.
Everybody goes through that process?
I mean,
I got a track.
I mean, I'm not gonna put him on a song that's up tempo, that's crazy
Why
on
not?
the and
Why not?
because I don't
not
know
even
if he's
him.
going to
Balenciaga
exceed.
Challenge?
I don't know if he's going to exceed in that level.
Balenciaga Challenge.
okay.
That shit was hard. Anyway, moving on. BGM, Black Girl Magic. Good song, man. Good song. We gonna circle back. Love Her Fault with Bryson Tiller. I didn't even know this man was alive. It's good to hear him singing. I thought his vocal. I thought he caught the SZA joint, vocal cords, because he was starting to rap a little too much.
You like that verse from Bryson Tiller, but you don't like the Boogie verse?
What do you mean?
I'm just saying.
We talking about singing and rapping.
I'm just saying.
I
Like,
didn't compare them.
Just the value of the verse.
I didn't say I didn't like the Boogie verse. I said it could have been better.
I thought the Bryson Tiller was, eh.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good for what he's put out. On Chill, Jeremiah, we know that's the single. I can't remember if it went number one or not, but it caught on late. Routine with Rick Ross and Meek Mill. I didn't like that song at all. I thought that didn't even fit in with the album. It kind of stood out in a weird way, but I understand. Get your boys on there. Love Me Nita, Semi-Automatic. Great song, especially the first part. I really like the bar about the facial features and things like that. Very powerful there. Break My Heart with Lil Durk. I'm a big Lil Durk fan when it comes to features. He bodied that, so that was awesome to hear. 50 in the Safe with Pink Sweats. I thought he was a singer.
I don't know.
He is.
He is? Okay. Mm-hmm. So I wasn't expecting him to, kind of just hit the, 50 in the Safe. Little rapping joint, but the song was cool. Set You Free. Hard, man. Hard. He is spitting premium bars on there. And Sue Me. So I really appreciate that. Black Bonnie, y'all didn't appreciate that song enough. That song is hard. And Pole Dancer.
Who is y'all?
Black women.
Okay.
Let me get into it. Sure. Black women don't deserve Wale. They really don't, because
finish your review, Gobe.
Y'all don't support this man has been making songs about y'all since the beginning of time.
Yes, he has.
And y'all have not supported him one bit outside of Lotus Flower Bomb. Like it's literally sickening. Like he literally made a song called Black Girl Magic, and I ain't heard y'all play it once.
It is quite pathetic, to be honest.
It is really pathetic. Black Bonnie, that came and went. That song is hard.
The song is really dope. The video is too.
I'm confused, man. Y'all want dudes to start rapping about y'all in a positive light, but then y'all don't want to support the ones that are. Now that might be painted with a broad stroke, but the point still remains. All right, give Wale his respect. I expect y'all to be twerking in the club to BGM next time I go there.
Strong statement.
That might have been a reach, but
that's weird, man. Because
what
it almost feel like almost opposite of what you feel. Now I think that this album was amazing.
Right, great album.
Cliche was one of my favorite songs on the album.
Okay,
I think that was a flawless album, perfectly executed. Expectations is one of my favorite albums, perfectly executed.
Flawless song or album?
Cliche.
So flawless song.
Flawless song.
Right.
I don't have any skippables on this joint either.
Okay.
But that run from 1 to 9 is, I'm thoroughly enjoying this. All the way down to 9. And 10 wasn't a bad song, just wasn't as good as the other 9. Jacquees, Black Bonnie was fired. I'm glad he put Pole Dancer on here. That was a tight one. But yeah, Cliche and Expectations are my 2 favorite songs.
Set You Free didn't movie.
I mean, yeah, it was a good song.
All right, you just skipped it, so I was just wondering.
Yeah, it was a good song.
I don't remember it, to be honest.
Yeah, there is no skippables on this album, but it just wasn't better than that top 9. I'm surprised you didn't like the Routine song. That song was hard. He said it was like a Meek record.
Yeah, I mean, it just doesn't. It didn't flow with the album.
It doesn't go with the album,
right?
But it was still a good song.
I didn't really like it, but
wow,
I understand. I mean,
okay, that's cool.
You gotta do it. I mean, I'm not gonna like everything, so I understand.
Expectations was insane. That was a good song, but Cliche.
One day we gonna go back to what I said about Black.
Okay,
about him and his features.
That's cool.
I mean, definitely one of the best in the game.
He got another feature on another album we talked about.
Oh, I know.
Sue Me was really, really powerful. Very great introductory song. If there's any song with the choir, this one probably has shined them all.
Wow, you took my little take.
So that was dope.
I didn't say it because I didn't know if I want to backtrack on that. But I did say that execution of the choir in a song was one of the best executions with a choir in a song.
Oh, okay. All right.
But you got it, Queen. That's yours.
So, I mean, that's a fact. That was a dope song. We all know Kelly Price can blow. So, I mean, it is what it is. Cliche. I like that song a lot as well. Boogie did great. Like, when he come in, I don't know. I just love the part when he just slide on in there like that. On Chill is hard. Very hard. I have to agree. Routine. I'm also not like, I wasn't a huge fan of it. It came on and I just had to look and see if I was listening to the same album because it really feels like too much like Meek. Like it belonged on Meek's album to me. Black Bonnie is hard. It's been hard since it came out months ago. Did it even come out this year?
Yeah, it did. It just came out a while ago.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
This year must be real long because I swear this came out last year.
See, man.
But
I ain't checking for him, man.
shut up, Gobe's eye.
Gobe's
Which was a
Full government. Huh?
that's a dope song. The project was hard, to be honest. Yeah.
Actually, I stand corrected. Black Bonnie came out 2018.
Yeah, I didn't think it came out this year.
Ooh, it came out late, too. March 13th, 2018.
Yeah, I didn't think it came out this year.
Almost 2 years ago.
At all.
Yeah. They ain't support it, so. Yeah, shout out to Wale, man. Wow, that's crazy. Great album.
He made
a great case for the list, man. I'll say that.
Yeah, he made a great case.
Great case.
I'm not gonna say where because I don't really know yet.
Yeah, I ain't gonna get into the details. Just know he's in the conversation. How about that? All right, Guapdad, 4,000. Dior Deposits.
I was introduced to Guapdad on the Revenge of Dreamers album. I haven't heard of him before then. I can't say that I have. Maybe I heard he may have been on a feature on a song, but I didn't really know much of him. The cover art is tight though. It's a check that he looks like he scammed, forged. Okay. Which I think it fits the theme of it all. The whole album was about scamming, which was actually, I think it's actually pretty cool. 13 tracks. It wasn't a long listen, 40 minutes. But man, this is feature heavy. That was one of the first things I noticed and one of the things that had me excited to listen. I was telling Britt not too long ago, I can't remember an album that had this many features on it since Rodeo. Now this mug is feature heavy, but I think that helped too. But when it got down to Iced Out Gold Chain, Can't Stop Finessing, both of those songs are hard, but those are just by themselves. Stick With It with Tory Lanez, that's a banger. Like that one needs to be pushed.
Super hard.
Please push that because we all need.
I can't wait to hear that when I'm out,
man. And then I'm not a big G-Eazy fan, but I thought he did well on that song with First Things First, number 3. Chance did Chance.
Here we go.
Not the biggest fan, but he actually had a good verse on that joint. And that song was specifically about scamming as well. In the scamming song with Mozzie had a dope verse on that song, number 6.
Scamming?
Yeah. He had a dope verse on that joint, and that one was tight.
Listen, that might be my Bodak Yellow. I ain't gonna lie. Man.
For real?
Scamming.
Yeah,
wow.
That one was crazy. He had another one just specifically about scamming. I can't remember. No, Can't Stop Finessing, number 10. That was the one that was just him. It was just
scamming. Can't stop finesse.
The whole thing was about scamming, which is, it was just a different theme that I have never, no, I can't say I never heard. My homie that I work with, shout out to my homie Damani, he put me on this one artist that all he talks about is scamming in every song. It's kind of like a trolley type of rap, so I'm not going to really say who it is. It's not worth your ears.
Okay.
But it was funny to listen to. But man, I would say probably the most lyrical song on this joint was Pride of Process. Him and Black. They both bodied them lyrics. I mean, metaphors, similes. I mean, they went in. I thought that was hard because
really did, man.
When you first hear like, number 2, number 3, you think it's just gonna be like a little boppy joint, maybe pregame music. But he gets into some lyrics. He gets into some stuff, and you can see that this album he can follow a concept as well. So yeah, I really, really like this one. I didn't know what to expect, but then yeah, I got some good shit from it.
Look, man, Black is one of the best feature artists in the game.
I agree.
I've said this a long time ago. This dude just be bodying shit. It's crazy. I agree with everything you said about this album. I literally have nothing else to add. This is a phenomenal album. I agree with everything you said. Britt, take it away.
This might make the list too.
This is the one time I literally had no rebuttal to anything you said. Seriously, that Tory Lanez joint,
Push
man,
that.
That shit is crazy.
That needs to be pushed.
Go ahead.
I like the album. I thought it was a great album. When I first pressed play, I mean, you said it was what you said, and I played the first track and was like, all right, this can't be what he's talking about. He hyping it. Extra hype. Because the first track, he can throw that away. Everything after the first track, though, I thought was good. The best song on the project, hands down, is Pride of Process. It's the best song, period. But all in all, I thought the project was really, really dope. I think I listened to it twice, so I have to spin it again, but Pride of Process just really, really stood out. And I listened to it and I pressed pause. Well, I rewinded it before it even finished, and I pressed pause and was like, y'all gonna think I'm biased off rip because I said this is the best song. Because Black is on it. But no, this was before I even heard Black verse. Like, it's really just a hard song. The first line, when he first opened up his mouth, I was like, ooh. Yeah. So that song is crazy. You gave out bars on that song.
When he breathed on the track, it was fire.
Nice. Whatever the first sentence he said was just crazy to me. I don't know. But it was a dope project. I liked it. Except for song 1. I could have did without that.
That's tough to say this better. I don't know which is better, Pride of Process or the Tory Lanez joint.
I thought First Things First was a bop too, though. The one with G-Eazy.
I thought the one with Maxo was hard.
That one was tight.
Hey, E40 is just funny. Like, I'm sorry. He's a hilarious rapper to me. Like, he be talking about real stuff, but he kind of aggressive with his tone, and I don't know, he just makes me laugh.
He sound like an OG when he on the track.
Yeah, it's just funny to me.
I even like the last track, Stun on Ghost with Mansa. He's signed to Tory Lanez, One Umbrella. Mm-hmm. I like a couple of his tracks, but yeah, he did his thing on there as well. I like that track. But yeah, this is great. This is a great album.
This was a great album.
This is great. This one might be in a combo.
No, this is on the list.
Might be talking about it.
This is definitely on the list.
So we'll definitely check that out if you haven't. Guapdad 4000, Dior Deposits, great album. So, all right,
here we are again, right?
You ready to go to church? No,
he made a gospel rap album, bro.
Jesus is King. If y'all didn't know.
Okay, if y'all didn't know.
I'm sick. All right. Kanye West, the Yeezy season, whatever you want to call it, Jesus is King, has finally dropped after being renamed and named again and cap.
Y'all wanted Yandi.
It's funny because I watched T.I. was on the Breakfast Club.
Why do they go to T.I. for everything Kanye? Have y'all noticed that?
It seems like he's the only one that talks to him, candidly.
T.I. was on the Breakfast Club, and well, I think the one T.I., I don't know if he really talks to him anymore, but I know he did have a relationship with him, but I think he's just the only person that really speaks out against stuff nowadays. But they were like, Kanye album coming out, and he was like, when? Cap. It was funny. Everybody started laughing, but yeah.
And here it is, I guess. Wow.
I feel like Britt, go ahead and start us off, man. I mean, you the avid Kanye hater.
Jesus is king.
I'm not a hater. I don't hate this man. I mean, I don't have much to say. I'd rather y'all go first, to be honest.
You have nothing to say.
I don't have a deep dive. I don't have a hot take.
Did you like the album?
It was what it was. It wasn't bad.
Brytnie, this is driving me insane. Like, you can't even just listen and formulate an opinion on Kanye West's music.
I did listen. I listened to it twice. I'm just saying, I don't know if I liked it. I just know it wasn't bad, but I didn't love it.
Okay. So,
Like, it just was
so
what it was.
So you just thought it was good then, right?
Yeah, it was good.
Okay. So that's what you thought
It
about
just
it
wasn't
then.
much to say about it. The best song on here would probably be...
But it's not the best song. It's not even really noteworthy because you didn't feel anything. You going back to it?
Did you scroll past this album when you saw the title?
When it first dropped, my first time playing it was
Hey, that's
today.
a season 1 little flashback joint if you didn't know, man.
She said her first time listening to it was today.
Okay.
And I listened to it twice.
All right. Did it take you to church?
The first listen was easy, cool, very smooth. I had to go back and listen to it again. I listened to it immediately, so back to back. I'm trying to think if it was Everything We Need that I liked.
Ty Dolla?
Yeah. I think it was that one that I liked. Yeah, I think I like that one the best out of everything. The Fred Hammond joint, Fred Hammond was real auto-tuney, so that kind of threw me off just because I don't know, it was just kind of weird. Yeah, man, go ahead.
That's
I'll
all you
figure
got?
out if
All right, let me go
yeah.
ahead. Let me go ahead.
I mean,
let me go ahead. All right.
Charge me
Kanye West,
insane.
man. So, as I, said on my Twitter at G_series_, the first listen, I thought it was terrible. I was like, wow, okay, it's over. Then I decided to give it another spin. This album was actually pretty good. I didn't know what because coming off of Ye, which was, my God, I don't know what that was, but I didn't know what to expect, and this, in a weird way, was actually pretty good. It actually felt like he put time into it. So I don't know if Ye was just a product of that little, he was doing the album every week joint. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. If it was just rushed or whatever the case may be, because it does kind of sound like he still has it. Obviously not to the level that he once did, but he can still create some music. Follow God is hard. I don't care what nobody say. Follow God
That's
is
number
hard.
3?
Yeah.
That is the
That
best
joint
song.
is hard as fuck.
That's the best song
Really?
on there. Yes, that's the one.
You use this gospel.
I wasn't crazy about that song.
Wait.
I'm cool.
You use this gospel with Clips and Kenny G?
The clip song?
Hard.
Terrible.
What?
The clip song was awful.
Yeah, it was.
Well, maybe it was just the clips part. The
Wait,
clips part was awful.
Is that the song that has, it's an annoying note? It kind of sounds like your car door is open.
Nah.
I don't believe
I don't
so.
think that's the track.
I don't know. I don't hear any car doors
Use
open.
this gospel.
No,
Gospel
it's
is hard as
definitely
fuck.
that song. The song is
I think y'all need to
The
revisit.
one with the clips?
Yes.
That
This is hard
was
as fuck. And with Kenny G
terrible.
on the sax?
The
That
sax
shit
was
was-
great. The sax was great.
This song was hard. I think y'all need to revisit. This song is hard as fuck.
I haven't even
please
gave my
revisit.
I haven't even given my review yet.
Well, you don't like it. You just said it.
I did not say
You
Go
say
ahead.
you don't like that song. Yeah.
that song.
That's what I'm saying. I'm
Okay.
not talking about the whole album.
All
I'm talking
right,
about this
go ahead. Go
song.
ahead,
Revisit
finish
the
up.
song is all I'm saying.
I don't want to read.
Closed on Sunday is terrible. I don't know what the fuck that was. I still
because
stand by the Chick-fil-A joint.
Yeah,
That song is
that didn't ruin the song.
what?
It did not ruin.
I'm not, but the song itself is not good.
I'll let you finish.
Okay,
Go ahead. Finish up.
You better come with some. I love that song, bro, because you ain't
Finish up.
better album than I thought it was gonna be. I'm not sure what to expect from this dude anymore. I mean, goes without saying, this was my favorite artist at one point. I don't know. I will say the people that are saying, like, you know, he's kind of using, you know, Christ and stuff to profit, whatever the case may be, all that nonsense. I mean, he did come in the game with talking about it, so I don't think that's the most valid point.
Don't get too far. Let me get mine.
Yeah, go ahead. You know what? Go ahead. I'm done with the album.
So I only listened to it 1.5 times. So the first time I ran it, I got out the car, so I only listened to it half. And the second time I was in the car, I've listened to it fully straight through. This album was good, man. This is good music. He made good music. Yep. Now the only thing I will say is I don't know if he's made a cohesive project in a very long time. Yep. So it sounds a little playlisty. Mm-hmm. It sounds like he made 12 tracks.
Yeah, it's only 27 minutes, though.
Yeah, it's very, very short, very short.
11 songs.
Yeah, it sounds like he made like 11 songs and just was like, all right, I'm going to put them here, you know. So he hasn't made a cohesive project, which some may say this is a cohesive project because it's a gospel album. But it doesn't really sound like it goes together.
I don't get that.
I mean, it's all in like one genre, but it doesn't flow into like each song into each other like past projects. But yeah.
That will probably be my only critique of the music. It wasn't cohesive, and I don't even mind the songs being short. I don't mind the album being short at all. That didn't bother me. Of course, the deep dive is, you know, Kanye West, but musically, this was a good album. And I asked my uncle this too. Did you listen to this going to church? And he said he thought about it, but he didn't. Now, I've seen some people say they would listen to this going to church. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't see why not. He is rapping about God and the church and being a Christian and stuff like that. Has he claimed being a Christian? Is he?
It looks like it from his interviews.
Did in that interview, yeah.
Okay. So, yeah. I mean, I don't know.
The interview with Big Boy, FYI.
Yeah. I don't see anything wrong with bumping it to church. I mean, you fucking bump, niggas bump whatever on the way to church. I feel like.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't.
Like, it's like this is where you draw the line. I mean, you probably didn't bump nudie on the way to church. You know.
I don't know.
You ain't all right. See,
I don't know.
And this is where I got to step away, man.
I don't go to church, so I don't.
But I'm not talking about you specifically. I'm just saying, people don't just listen to gospel music on the way to church. Am I correct in saying that?
Yes. I think
everybody does not. Yeah, some people that are adamant.
Of course. But I'm saying, you know, if you polled everybody, it wouldn't be 100% gospel, right?
Okay. Yeah.
I see nothing wrong with you know, bumping this on the way to church. I mean, and I see from his interviews. I mean, of course, he's the same Kanye that just keeps saying shit that doesn't know how to put it together.
So are we off the music yet?
I guess so. I mean, we've all said it. I said it was good. You said it was good.
She didn't say anything.
You don't know what to think.
You don't care.
You don't care. You scroll past.
Stop. Like, I listened to the album. My thing is, like you said with Summer, like, I listened to it twice. I don't feel like I fully digested it yet. Like, I need more time to digest it. From what I listened to, it's not a bad album at all. But I don't love it. And it's not, like I said, it's not bad. It's just one of those, I just have to continue to digest it. Like, it's probably more songs that I like than I dislike. I just don't know at this point. That's all. It is what it is.
But we know you don't care. You hate them.
All right.
So we know where this is coming from.
The lie is funnier than the truth. Come on. Go ahead.
We know where this is coming from.
No, you don't.
You don't even care to even click his name. We had to pull your teeth for you to even play it. And you played it today. Like, I'm not making this up, am I?
I mean, sure, but don't act like
sure.
Don't act like I never said I hated the man. I just choose what to put my energy into. Now, when I went into this album, I went in with a clear mind and I intentionally watched the interview because I'm trying to figure out where he's coming from at this point. So I did all of that intentionally.
So what do you think about what Kanye said in the interview when he was like, I did all these things for black people, and I put on one MAGA hat, and all of a sudden I was a coon. We erased everything else. How did you feel about him saying that?
So we done with music.
I mean, clearly.
Yep. Was that for the table or for Britt?
I'll start with Britt because
That's fine.
She's the one that
hates him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it was valid. No.
Okay. Why?
Because I think... Here's my thing. I don't think that people were calling him a coon for wearing the MAGA hat and that's it.
Okay.
So it's not like you just put on the MAGA hat and then you were automatically a coon. No, that's not what happened. I think when you add that, plus the fact that you said or you articulated that slavery was a choice, whether people understood at the moment what you meant by that or not, that's how it came out. So the MAGA hat plus that, and then just the other antics that he's done, it was something else, can't remember right now. Like that all added up to the people feeling like, black people feeling like, okay, you left us, you alienated the black culture, and you are trying to be white. And that could also attribute to him wanting to be in the white fashion industry so bad. His wife, like it could be a lot of other things. But all of that lumped up together, the trajectory of his life, his career in the last 3 or however many years just sums up to, okay, what happened? Because at one point you were down for the cause, you were black, you were this, and now it's this. So where did that come from?
But does it change? But does it change that quick? Or is it more so he's been on our side? He just slipped up a little bit. Because I think we can agree the sample size of him being on our side, quote unquote, is bigger than this sample size.
Ooh, and this you know what? That is not debatable.
At all, because he's put out several albums that all up and down the album it's been about us. So that's my thing, because I thought that was a valid point he brought up. Yes, he fucked up on what he said. That's what I'm saying. He doesn't articulate himself well. You know what I mean? He could be saying something that would make sense if somebody articulated it correctly, but he just says something, kind of like throws it against the wall, and then you're kind of just left to like, oh shit. Like, what is he saying?
Decipher it yourself.
Right.
Now,
to Gobe's question, I don't know if you were trying to make a point by asking.
No,
the question.
I was just asking.
Yeah, I figured.
It was relevant.
Like he said, as soon as I put the hat on, I was canceled. That is true. The first thing he did, and I don't know if it was the hat or I'm voting for Trump or what have you, but it was the very first thing that he did. We was like, he's out of here. And now I think, I don't know if I want to attribute that to the music declining. And we was already like, this dude ain't the same dude no more. And then he put on the hat. Oh, yeah, he ain't the same dude. We getting him out of here.
And the Kardashian, that's
the
when
Kardashian,
it kind of,
maybe,
he kind of started taking that
we
nose
don't know
dive.
about him yet. And then, all right, hat, you're out.
Yep.
Because that had validity. As soon as he did the first thing, now he said in the interview, as soon as I put the hat on, I don't know if that was the first thing or not.
But I'm going to tell you why I'm not surprised.
Surprised by what?
That he was out of here as soon as he put on the hat. It's not right. I don't think it's right at all. But I'm not surprised because people were turning on their family members for voting for Trump. Like, it goes in that same thing. So, yes, it probably has something to do with the whole, like I said, and like you guys just said, the whole him starting off with marrying Kim, and then that kind of a few notches went down on this black meter a little bit, and then like it kept going. But as soon as the whole thing with Trump happened, it's you're automatically out here. That happened to regular people in the streets. People was mad talking about their family voted for Trump. You dead to me. So I mean that's just what it was. Like, what came with the territory of voting for Trump, no matter who you was, in my opinion.
I think that was, what he was. and of course we have to just guess, what he was trying to say, but there, the point he made when he was like, the most racist thing you can do is tell me what I should do based off the color of my skin, right? Whether it be vote for somebody because of the color of my skin or whatever the case may be. I thought that was very valid because was he trying to like pull some stunt or something? Like, I'm trying to think, like, was he just trying to pull some stunt with the MAGA hat to prove a point, but just failed miserably? After he just fell completely back. Like,
I don't want to give him that credit.
I mean, I don't want to, but I'm just trying to figure this out.
Because I still believe that I don't know. I want to say that he was conscious when in what he was doing. He knew that he supported Trump, and because he even said in the interview, I would rather know who you are and that you hate me to my face.
Yeah, rather you call me nigga to my face.
And that's very valid.
And that is a valid point, and I agree with that wholeheartedly. But that shows to me that he is still trying to validate what he was on.
Oh, I don't think he had any apology towards that at all. I think that's, as a Christian too, you identify as a Christian, you're supposed to love everybody. So that goes with the
dragon energy.
Right.
Whatever.
It goes all together. But he had some valid points in the interview. I can't say that he was off base. He was on base a lot more than he was off in that interview.
Yeah, for sure.
I think this is why Kanye needs Jay. Because Kanye is the guy, he'll just, he's actually brilliant, right? Like, he thinks about things that we don't think about, right? But he just can't put them together for people. He's not a good teacher, right? He can't explain it to you in a good way. He'll say something and just completely butcher it. And it'll be like, damn, bro, I'm damn near offended by you saying that.
Yeah.
Because it'd be these touchy subjects, right? And I feel like Jay was helping him along the way, before they split and whatnot, and really like honing in on what he's saying and things like that, and like what he did. So I thought, maybe that's the pairing that he needs, somebody to kind of like level him out. But I mean, I don't know.
How was he doing that?
Jay,
it could be a Tommy
Big Brother was
Tommy
Big
Ghost
Brother
joint. You got one wild kid that's doing this, but you got another calculated guy that's
so just
together.
a behind the scenes conversation, or
I mean, he was just his guidance. I mean, have you heard the song Big Brother?
I don't know about who.
My big brother was Big's brother.
Yeah.
It's a
relationship.
Yeah, they just had a really like kind of like big brother little brother relationship. So it's kind of hard to explain, but
well, now I want to go back to the music in a way.
Okay.
This gospel thing, so one of the things that I've been thinking about. Okay, so he doesn't want to commit or submit to one thing. Mm-hmm. He feels like he's freer than that, right? He shouldn't have to submit based on his color or this, that, and the third. But to me, he's submitting to religion. Is he not?
I think that's a fair point.
That's the biggest thing that I feel is my disconnect right now. Because when you think about Yeezus and everything that was, mm-hmm. right? But then now we're here. Mm-hmm. Now Yeezus, I feel like, was maybe the best representation of him saying, I'm not submitting to anything. To me. And then you say, I'm not submitting to anything. Only thing that I'm going to give myself to is Christ.
Okay.
And I think that's a contradiction.
Is it contradiction or is it evolution?
That's what I was going to say.
Or is it full circle?
Now, that's what I was going to say, too. Some would say that are Christians and are religious that this is what he should be doing. Right?
Yeah, sure.
But when he's talking and he's explaining himself, he says, I don't owe myself to anything. But this is what I'm going to devote myself to. Now, I'm not saying that that's wrong or right. I'm not saying any Christians are wrong for what they do, and I'm not here for that. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying that that's to me that's a contradiction in his thing for me.
Right.
Now, do I believe it's sincere? It's not my place to say. I don't believe that's my place to say that if it's sincere, it's not. He quoted verses in there. He knew it sounded like the references he made to religion and Christianity were on point. Now, but that's just between him and his God.
Exactly. And that's why I don't want to judge that, because I don't know what happened. I don't know. I'm not the one to be telling people, about their faith and what, different people go through different things. So I don't know what happened. I would be way more skeptical if he wasn't talking about this shit at the beginning of his career. I'll say that.
Right.
Because this would look like he was, just trying to profit off it or whatever the case may be. Although he did say that, I think he said I thought he said that some proceeds go to the church or whatever the case may be, but he keeps 10% or something like that.
To your point as well, he did Jesus Walks. He was, he did that song and it was a big song. You could say it was a gospel song in a way, quote unquote. Didn't he win gospel records for that? I mean, awards for that?
I think he did.
I'd have to look it up.
At least one.
I think he did maybe one, right?
Right.
So I don't know if you want to check that off on the gospel list or whatever, but he obviously was on some type of religious belief, right?
Right.
And then I thought that was very interesting what Big Boy showed him.
Mm-hmm.
So 10 years when I was talking to you, you said you wanted to do this. You said you wanted to start a church. And I was like, wow.
He said that his music, he wanted it to be about Jesus.
Right.
Yeah.
And then he said, he went on to further say, and this is Kanye talking, he was like, I came out and said that the life of Pablo was going to be a religion or a gospel album. Remember when he said that? Mm-hmm. And we was listening like, I don't really see the gospel in this, and then now we got a full-fledged gospel album.
There were some hints of gospel in Life of Pablo.
Oh, yeah, it was. It definitely was.
Ultralight Beam and all this stuff. Yeah.
And so,
for sure.
I don't think that this is off base by saying that this is a gimmick or this. I think he's been trying to find it throughout this whole thing. Now, I will say, have you seen that docuseries on Netflix? What's the name of that joint?
The Family.
The Family. Have you seen that joint?
No.
Man, you gotta watch it.
Okay.
And now their whole thing was they had like I wouldn't say it was a cult, but it was like a little group. Mm-hmm. And they basically studied Jesus.
Okay.
I wouldn't say it was Christianity, but they studied Jesus.
Okay.
Now, their whole thing was prayer and this, that, and the third, but it was a part of the government, right? Now, this is my little conspiracy theory type of deal, but this kind of sounds like that. If you watch that first episode, everything he owned kind of sounds like that, and it's kind of weird, but I don't know. I could be wrong, could be off base, but you got to watch the documentary, at least the first episode.
Okay. I'll definitely do that. I don't know. I mean, dare I say, I kind of think Kanye's like coming back to earth a little bit.
I do. And I don't want to be duped.
I mean, nothing he said.
I mean, who you telling, man? I mean, this was my guy, man. I don't want to jump to conclusions or anything, because I don't want to get excited. You know what I mean? I mean, this dude to me is, one of the greatest musicians ever. So still nobody to this day can chop a sample like he can. But man, it just,
what was you about to say,
definitely
Britt?
a decline. Go ahead.
Are you talking about musically or just as a whole?
As a person.
Because I was going to say nothing. I don't think nothing's wrong with him. Nothing that he said really, like you guys said, like we all agree, like nothing that he said was really off base in that interview. I mean, there was a few hit and miss points that you might have disagreed with here and there, but he had a point or some validity in a lot of what he said. So I don't think. I just think he thinks of things in a different light. Now, do I think he's scattered brain? Yes. Like, some stuff that he said in the interview, or he said in the interview was like, what are you talking about?
He's always been that way, though.
Right. Yeah. So it's nothing new, but I don't know. I think Kanye is just evolving back into the person that he wanted to be to begin with, or that he envisioned himself being at one point. He's just coming to that person, which is fine. I mean, we all take different avenues and stuff to grow into the person that we want to be or whatever. So, I mean, I don't fault him for anything that he said or he is saying now. I mean, it is what it is. Like, he has different opinions and perspectives, but a lot of what he said is not off base at all, because I do believe that we are brainwashed. Even the point where he said, where he talked about us code switching in white spaces, that's very real. We do that. Like, 100%. That's a brainwashed technique that we all do. And it's a few other things that he said, and I was like, I agree.
That housekeeper,
100% correct.
The housekeeper line resonated. That where he was like, black people are the housekeepers of America. You know, They have a tone of voice that they have to speak within. If they get too loud, it's looked at as like, oh, wait, keep it down. Right.
Yeah.
You know, and even like, your fellow housekeeper, you say something, but they'll be like, hey, man, cut it out. You know, you're going to get us in trouble. Mm-hmm. I was like, wow, that's powerful right there. Like, you actually explained that well, bro. Like,
even when he made the comment, he said something to the extent of there were no rules in hip hop, and he started talking about us following rules, and how that didn't exist at one point. Like, I think that's very real.
He said when you rock the Louis like this, you doing it like that. I thought that was funny. No, but I agree. I think he had a heli, like when he was talking about MIT, he was like, y'all can really help the world. Like, hell yeah. Y'all making like dumb shit. Like, yeah, like let's get to it. Like, let's like really help people. And I was like, damn, that's deep, because that's real.
Yeah, 100%.
And then you said the line about black people buying foreigns and this, that, and the third, like investing in land, like
and whatnot.
America is for sale, and we worried about this dumb shit, and let's like worry about some real stuff. Yeah. Let's actually buy ourselves back into some stuff that we can actually do. And I mean, he had some really
America's for sale, man.
That was one of the stronger verses.
Yeah.
America's
not verses, for sale, man.
Statements that he made. America is for sale. And he was like, what do you say? He always does his little Walt Disney joints. Disney just bought some land the other day. He was talking about how he went to look at 400 acres the other day and just driving around and shit like that. But that's real. And I think, man, I don't know. I hope he's coming, and whatever that's either here, I don't know, because this is definitely contrary to what he's saying. What is coming back around? Is it coming back to the quote-unquote culture that he's denouncing, or whatever that is? I don't know. I don't want to say he's coming back around.
I think the only reason I said he was coming back is like he's kind of distancing himself from the MAGA shit and the Trump shit. That's kind of what I mean.
Why you don't think that?
I don't see how he's distancing himself if he still believes that wholeheartedly. He's not. He's just. There's nothing to talk about with it anymore. Like, maybe when Trump runs again, then he'll pop up again and be advocate. But he's never said that he was wrong for that, so he's not departing himself from it. He still heavily believes in Trump.
But I don't know. All of that. I don't know. I'm not gonna say that. He ain't said that.
Yeah, I was about to say he hasn't said that.
He hasn't either. So,
but
okay. We could just leave it at that.
We could leave it at that. I mean, I don't know, man. I find it hard to believe that he just MAGA. Yeah, make America great again. This is, we need to build this fucking wall and shit like that and all that. I don't know. I think it's more so to your point, bro, when you were like, he's a Christian, he loves everybody. I think it was more so that.
Yeah, and I don't think he believed in everything that Trump said. No, I don't think he believed in
I don't think anybody believes in anything that Trump said.
I don't think he believed that either. I think it's one of those things, like he said on the interview, I'd rather you call me out my name to my face than behind my back. So, like, a lot of people said, I'd rather vote for you versus Hillary.
Okay, so when people say they rather vote for Trump over Hillary, I can't blame them like that, because Hillary was pretty bad as well.
But my thing is, I'm not on that, because he still met with him, he was at the office and talking to him all in his face, shucking and jiving for the cameras and shit like that, like they was friends doing.
They might be friends though, just like almost the whole hip hop community was friends with Trump before this. Did we forget about that?
No, I didn't.
Donald Trump's been mentioned in so many rap songs. This dude was a friend of almost every rapper. Like, this isn't new. Like, remember when Trump tried to get into the NFL?
No, I don't.
He tried to buy his way into the NFL and they didn't let him. This was way back though, but like he's been friends with all these rappers. Like, this isn't something surprising. Obviously, they're gonna distance themselves when he's on all that, but like, I guarantee they're gonna come around. Like when he gets out of office, watch, they're gonna come back.
We'll see.
But yeah, I mean, that's all I got on that, man. This is a good album, man. I'm just glad to hear that.
I won't say I'm coming back to it because I don't like gospel rap.
I don't know. I'll probably play the clip song and the Follow God. Let's go stupid, but I feel you. Ty Dolla's all right. Ty Dolla song is good. I like that song.
He did very well on that, actually.
Yeah, he did. Mm-hmm. He did. Yeah. That's all I got. Anything else? You ready to move on to Lobs?
Good.
Lobs? All right.
I don't know what I went. Oh, I went back to Cool Kids Gone Fishing. I was one of the ones I went back to. Wiz Khalifa, Deal or No Deal. I went back to a couple of those oldies but goodies.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, we should explain to everybody what we're doing, right?
Go for it.
So, we usually do the Lob section at the end of the pod. This is no new thing. But another thing that we wanted to start doing is just kind of, just say a couple albums that we've revisited over the week as well. Because, everybody goes back and listens to some old shit, during the week as well. So, that's why he mentioned the Deal or No Deal and things like that. Because he revisited those as well. So, for me, we had the conversation about Wiz, obviously, this past week.
Yeah.
I revisited Flight School. Great mixtape from Wiz Khalifa. Reminds me of better days for sure.
Things were much easier.
Oh, 100%. 100%. The song that has been on repeat is Boarding Pass, man. That shit is just... That is a great record. For my Lob, Xavier Omar and Sango, they dropped a project this past Friday. It's called Moments Spent Loving You. If you haven't heard of Sango, I have mentioned him once or twice on the pod. Great producer. And Xavier Omar, I can't remember who he signed to. I believe RCA, but obviously he's a singer. But this is a phenomenal project, well put together. Sango is really known for being able to put together these R&B kind of albums really well. A couple of the features on there: Wale, Van Jess, Billy Mercury. I was like, wow. So definitely check that out, especially if you're looking for something more mellow and things like that. So,
one thing I went back to was Saturn by Nayo. Nayo is a really, really dope artist. This project came out in 2018. The first project she came out with was For All We Know. She has a really, really unique voice, but she can really, really sing. Saturn has one feature on it, and it's Sir. It's two, and Quabs. But it's a really, really good project. So I went back to listen to that, and then all week I've also been listening to Leighton Green. I think I shouted her out before for a few singles here and there, but she finally came out with a project, an EP, if you will. It's called Tell Your Story, and it's 7 tracks. Really, really good. She can really, really sing. A lot of her tracks are really personal as far as her life. It's literally her telling her story, but it's a really, really dope project. So go listen to that. It just came out in September, the end of September. And she signed to QC.
Oh, word. Okay. Damn, QC getting money. Damn. Did y'all get a chance to listen to the Frank Ocean single?
No.
Okay.
No, I didn't.
What about the Aaron Ray?
No.
Okay. I just want to touch on Aaron Ray real quick, if you don't mind.
No, I don't at all. I had it downloaded, but I didn't get to it.
Get to it whenever you can.
I actually downloaded Gallant, too.
Yeah, I did too. I haven't gotten to it yet. The faith has been restored in Aaron Ray.
That's good.
These past 2 singles have really, eased my mind. I was worried. I wasn't sure. I maybe thought the first album with Platinum Fire was maybe just a one-off, but it looks like if these are the 2 singles, we're in a good spot. So,
You like Change from Kehlani?
yeah, I do like that. That song has definitely grown
I'm
on
sick
me.
of those like samples.
With
like
her and Aaron.
Yeah. I'm sick of those like 90s samples. Like, let's just make original music.
That's a topic for another day, man, because that's half the music game. The single's called A Seat, by the way. So,
I also downloaded Trina from Smino. That single was crazy.
Yeah.
He's like super talented, dude.
he is.
I'm
He
like,
really is.
Waiting for this album to drop.
November, right?
I think so. I think that's what I saw.
yeah, I'm geeked for that too.
Actually, one last thing, because actually, Steven, I don't know if you saw, he actually asked us to listen to Lucy by Brandon Banks. Do you remember that?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, this was a little while ago, right?
Yeah.
Like
this
a
is like a week ago. This is a week ago.
No, I don't remember that then.
I listened to it at least. I thought it was a pretty good song. So, there you go, Steven. Good song. All right, let's go ahead and get out of here. 201 in the books, huh? Follow Twitter and IG. Twitter at $34pod, IG at $34podcast. Local artists, please. We are always willing to listen to your music. Give you a shout out, do a review, whatever the case may be. If you want to submit your music, obviously we're going to be keeping the ears to the streets, but if you think we missed something, definitely let us know. We're down to always show love. We want the local artists to prosper here in Indy, so definitely get in contact with us on that. Obviously keep the reviews and the feedback on the pod coming. We really appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe, all that nonsense. And yeah, it's great to be back.
Yes, it is.